What range on that shot.
Unbelievable.
That's amazing. That'll be a 5-second call. Cavs didn't start the season as a team built around the three, but they would end it that way.
Yeah, and after the trade for Smith and Shumpert, it changed their dynamic. All of a sudden, they can do a lot of damage from beyond the arc. That's their first of the game, though, so sharp passing has helped them to craft this lead.
Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation. The Cavaliers leading by 18. And Thompson kicks to James. Look at that shot!
How about that?
Oh! They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time.
They can't take care of the basketball. They're going to have a very hard time turning this game around.
True. Their turnovers are piling up in this quarter.
Brandon Rush. He's checked in for Golden State. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Cleveland the rebound.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
And there's the 8-second call as they can't get it across half court in time.
Well, you've got to simply value the possession. They've given up 6 points off turnovers this quarter alone.
And those points loom large, Clark, when you look at this deficit.
Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played, and that's going to be a turnover. They call him for 8 seconds.
Yeah, third turnover of the quarter, and he has got to value that basketball more.
Cleveland leading by 21. And it's James missing.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
The Warriors have gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter, going just 1 for 5. How much more is there to say about LeBron James, Clark? Incredible consistency, unbelievable athleticism. He just is a marvel in every way the longer he plays.
Kevin, when you look at his career averages, I mean, just off the charts, and he has the same unbelievable year every year. The consistency, phenomenal.
And some changes here for the Warriors. Spates checked in for Bogut. Barbosa comes in for Klay Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Curry. Warriors trail by 21. And Tristan Thompson gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
And talking about LeBron's consistency, it's not just a physical effort. It's also a mental one. I mean, you know you're targeted by the defense all game. That'll wear down even the best players. How is it that LeBron's armor just never seems to be penetrated?
Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
You know, that's hard. Hard to explain that play. I mean, I guess he thought he had more room than he did.
That'll be a 5-second call.
Just a boneheaded play there, guys. Plain and simple.
Well, tell me how you really feel about that, Greg. But you're right. I mean, mistakes like that will keep you from cutting deficits, no doubt. You know, on the topic of LeBron, one of the few areas where he could improve consistency in is from the three-point line. 3 years ago, he hit over 40% from downtown. 2 years ago, 38. Then last year, down to 35.
Irving. The full court Hail Mary is offline. Iguodala with it. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court. Matthew Dellavedova has checked in for LeBron. Cleveland leading by 21. Irving can't hit. Golden State's gone 1 of 6 from three-point land in the second quarter. Less than 20%. But they've continued to let them fly. And there's the 3-second violation.
Just a total loss of concentration right there.
And, Greg, if they continue to make those kinds of mistakes, then this game could turn even more south on them. And south.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Mozgov. He's checked in for Tristan Thompson. Fry comes in for Kevin Love. And then Shumpert in there for Kyrie Irving. The Cavaliers shooting their first free throw of the night here.
You know, Channing Frye signed a 4-year, $32 million contract in 2014. And in the very first leg of that contract, promptly had his worst season in 5 years. In fact, he even lost his starting job along the way.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. We're talking about Channing Frye last year. The three-point shot still there for the second straight season, Greg. He hit the second most threes among power forwards again, landing and back at Kevin Love.
Yeah, and offensively fine, but that defense, Kevin, was not there. And Frye was neither quick enough or aggressive enough to stop anyone. And you know he has the talent. It's up to him. He's got to dig a little deeper if he really wants to realize his potential.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Mozgov. Love comes in for Channing Frye. James checked in for Shumpert, and Irving subbed in for Matthew Dellavedova. Smith. Look at that shot! How did that go in?
How about that?
Oh! The Warriors have gone 1 of 6 from the field in the second quarter. It's been a rough period so far. And there's the 8-second call as they can't get it across half court in time.
You can't afford to be playing that loose right now.
Definitely not. I mean, things have to be tight. You want to be playing smart, high-level basketball. You don't want to be brain fading right now.
Now a timeout called by Golden State.
And one problem with the Cavs last season was they put immediate pressure on themselves. A part of that was the trade for Kevin Love.
Well, you got to put a body on your man when the shot goes up. That's just fundamental basketball. They're giving up way too many offensive rebounds.
Now a timeout called by Golden State.
They've been very untidy with the ball.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
The simple play, good passing, and moving the ball around.
Here's Irving, 11 points in the game. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Irving. Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation. We've got 1:13 left in the first half. Smith. The shot misses, and Golden State will go the other way with it. Now a timeout called by Golden State.
Well, I tell you, the Warriors roster fit together, hand in glove. They were led by the Splash Brothers, but the front court and the bench really complemented the rest of the team perfectly because all of the players for the Warriors were extremely versatile and highly skilled.
If you're talking about the Warriors, you know, they were built to play with each other last year. The bigs could all pass very well, and that set up the three-point threats.
And then even on the defensive side, I mean, they had players that really complemented each other. I mean, some undersized power forwards who countered with rim protectors. I mean, they also had the length at every perimeter position to switch on any play. So they are equally as adept on that side of the ball.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time.
And they've got a lot of ground to make up, and it's hard to do if you continue to struggle offensively.
That's 11 points for the other team off turnovers. That's a real hard thing to overcome.
Here is Livingston. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court.
Well, they've got far too many turnovers this half. That's the reason that they're losing the basketball game.
Absolutely.
You know, and sometimes, guys, you're just trying to do too much. It's good to be aggressive, but you've got to have your wits about you.
Out of bounds. Cleveland will take possession. Clark, who's checked in for the Warriors. There's 38 seconds left in the first half.
Oh, my goodness. That's like temporary insanity right there.
Do you think he realizes we've actually got a game